I'm telling you, man, that's a felony offense, what you're doing.
Resist, don't speak to him. We're talk.
I just wanted to catch some bass. That's it. So this is the story. I move into a community, and the community has a lake, right? Now, when getting the house, the guy's like, you have access to this, everything like that. So there's a beach, there's a launch, gates open. There's a sign that says private property, but I'm thinking that's towards other people, and it is. I'm allowed to be there, okay? So I live in Michigan, and it's winter, right? So you're tuckered inside. I'm not really meeting my neighbors, and I'm eager to talk with somebody, right? So what happens when that water gets about 40, 50 degrees? I'm in there, right? So summer comes around, and I'm like, well, just bump into somebody. I'm just going to go launch my boat and go fish. So this is going to go right into the first time I have contact with this guy. And it's just a trip, man. I mean, talk about welcome to the neighborhood. You know what I mean? I'm just... The things that comes out of this guy's mouth, I just wonder how people make it in life. Do you guys ever wonder that? You ever look at somebody and go, how are you paying for that house? How do you have a job? Who's letting you have any responsibilities? Anyways, let's get to it. I forgot something. He lives directly on the lake. I live in the community, but not directly on the lake. So one thing I wanted to mention. Another one too is I want to abide by all the rules. These are my neighbors. I want to respect them, everything like that. I want to get along with these people. I want to be a neighbor, you know? So, but there was nothing in the front, not a phone number. I tried to find them. I just didn't have any literature about what I could and couldn't do on this lake. And I do have, I do want to abide by the rules. All right, let's get to it.
So the fishing rights belong to the landowners exclusively. The boat launch belongs to the association. So you're not typically a part of the association.
Okay, so only people that live on the lake, is that what you're saying? And nobody else?
Here's the deal. The lake owners have the rights to fish. You have a right to be on the lake. You just don't have a right to fish it.
Well, that sounds weird to me. Why? Because you live on the lake, you have the right to fish. I can be on the lake, but I can't fish
because
it?
You don't own land on a private lake.
But I'm allowed to be on the lake.
You can be on the lake.
Interesting.
If you have paid it, it doesn't give you a right to use the launch here. Do you understand that?
No, you just said earlier. You just said earlier.
Because it's a private lake.
You just said earlier.
So you've been fishing here, right? With a camera.
Right.
On private property.
I don't think that's the case.
Yes, no, I have video evidence of you doing it. So it is the case.
No, I'm sitting here with my boat. I'm not saying that I wasn't fishing.
Yeah.
The discrepancy is because you said if I pay my dues, I'm allowed to be on the lake.
I didn't say that.
Right, but I'm allowed to be on it.
But if you pay the association fee, and the association grants you a private launch to here, so
But I can't fish it.
You're not supposed to be fishing it. It's against the law. Legally.
What law?
Look in the state of Michigan.
I mean, am I allowed to fish here or no? Because you just kind of contradicted what you said. Because if he did pay the rights, then I can use the dock, right?
Okay.
It kind of sounds like you don't know what you're talking about.
No, I know exactly what I'm talking about.
Well, you said I wasn't allowed to be here, but I can if I pay the dues, right?
But you haven't.
You don't know that.
According to Chris, you haven't.
Where do I live?
I don't know where you live. So you can access
this
the
is
lake.
Crazy.
So there's been and I'm a steward of this lake, and I'm telling you right now, the camera is a problem. We want to make sure that everyone has access to the lake, being that you live here now. But we also want you to be very, very respectful of the landowners here, and a camera on private property. Does that make sense to you?
No, I honestly, with all due respect, I think you just contradicted yourself again. Because you just said you want me to feel comfortable because I do live here and I can be on the lake. But I think the issue here is that you don't like that I'm filming.
Yeah.
Right.
Bring it on in, man.
What's that?
You should bring it on in and let's have a talk.
I'm gonna fish. I'll talk to you, but I'm gonna finish fishing. I'm gonna fish.
Is the camera on, Rob?
I can't hear you.
The camera. Are you using your camera?
Tamra? Who's Tamra? I don't know a Tamra. There is no Tamra on my boat. You guys, this is absolutely crazy. Here's the guy again. And he's waiting back. He's I can't hear you. And now he's yelling at me to have a talk. This is crazy. Now he said he's gonna call the authorities. So I'm gonna continue fishing.
I'm telling you, man, that's a felony offense. What you're
We
doing.
just don't speak to him that we are gonna talk to him.
Stay here, Grace.
So you saying this we have to
We can fish right here, on the beach. They have a little spot here, but you can't be on the water fishing. You can't without permission from a landowner. That's the way the law is. It does. It does. We can disagree with that, but I'm telling you, legally, check it out. Okay?
Nobody owns the body of water.
Nobody
owns the body of water.
Nobody owns the body of water, but the landowners here own the fishing rights. Yes.
So we can talk to him, we just have to follow up with it, but I would just say you're not a part of the association. I don't want you getting involved with him.
The camera. What about the camera? Tell me about the camera.
Arrived at that intersection of figuring out what's really going on here, right? The cop saying, "Oh, the HOA fees, we'll talk to him and tell him." No, the camera. What about the camera? You're going to tell him about the camera. I'll never understand people like this. It's just one of the things in life that you have to go through is not understanding why someone else would be a certain way. Let me say this. The day prior, the video of me down at the grass, if that person was normal and said, "Hey, listen, you guys pay an HOA fee to use this. Let's look into seeing if you paid it. I'm glad that you're here, everything of that nature." I would have respected that neighbor and looked forward to it. But when you spit that much vile, that many contradictions, that it's the law that he can fish and that I can't fish. Like I said, I just went through a winter. I'm waiting to bump into somebody. There's no information at the front of this place. The gate is open. My boat's going in there. I'm eager to meet somebody and tell me the rules, everything like that. So I disregard what this guy says. It's not that I was told the day before, right? I just said that guy I'm pretty sure didn't take his medication. I think that that's probably the case. And let's just disregard this guy, okay? And I think it's going to be nice weather tomorrow, so let's go drown some worms, right? All right, let's get back to it. All right, so this is actually going to be part one because I don't have much time to edit the other little footage that I have, but that's pretty much the end of it. I did want to add in here where the police officer said at the very end, they came up to me and they said, "Listen, if this guy harasses you, call us." Because they know what time it is. They know that if I do have an HOA fee, I'll pay it, and then I'm going to fish there. And most likely I'm going to continue to film myself fishing. Mind you, my camera's fixed to my boat. And you fishermen know that camera is it's not, listen, I don't care what's going on. Listen, where the water hits the land, I'm focusing from that moisture line to my boat. That's what I'm paying attention to. Unless there's a hot female saying free beer and back rubs, I don't care what's going on yonder. I don't. So now I find out that this coming up Thursday, is where they have the meeting of the HOA or whatever. And I talked to the guy. He's going to send it to me even sooner than that so I can pay the $100 and something. And then I'm going to go fish. But stay tuned because we know what's going to happen. Rob, bring it in, bud. Bring it in. Why? The camera. Tamara? Tamara? I don't know what Tamara. Stay tuned.